Take a look at this poor CNN host having an emotional breakdown because people just don't believe what they're saying anymore, especially when their, quote, stellar reporting comes from anonymous sources that we're just supposed to believe without any evidence.
Tell you what, come out, name those people, then we'll have something to talk about.
One, we protect sources. Two, it's not just CNN, it's Washington Post, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, CNN, ABC,
yeah, but who
NBC.
are the sources?
I'm sorry, CNN, but just because other mainstream media outlets are reporting on the same story doesn't make it any more credible. It just means that you guys are repeating the same rumors, which originated at the Washington Compost based off of supposed anonymous sources with zero evidence.
Who are the sources? Oh, because they're hiding behind this anonymity.
Oh,
and that's what we're seeing.
Please, do not even start with me that you're just going to attack sources.
Okay, so
That
what
is
about,
ridiculous.
so are you saying McMaster is lying?
I'm not saying McMaster is
Are you?
lying.
Well, he didn't really answer the question.
He didn't answer
He
the
said
question.
nothing inappropriately
He
shared.
said, no, that's his opinion.
That would be.
But that's his opinion.
That,
You cannot say, you cannot attack.
Yeah.
Do not attack the stellar reporters of CNN.
Okay.
They have their sources and would
stellar
protect their
reporters of CNN that I am going to attack right now and say, guess what? I don't believe them because they're staying anonymous. If they stand behind this story, come out, face the camera.
Can I just say something?
Maybe she's just riding the cotton pony. Or perhaps people who work for the Counterfeit News Network are just so on edge because millions of Americans just don't believe a single thing they say anymore. Maybe this cisgender African-American male can explain things to us better.
Now, the president also talking just a bit about his interactions with the fired FBI director James Comey and indicating that, among other things, he thinks James Comey is, let me start again. What the president did say about James Comey in his tweet certainly is that Comey was giving up certain information, in other words, that he might not or should not have been giving. Now,
or maybe not. Anderson Cooper, would you like to try to salvage this conversation and prevent it from going down the toilet?
I don't care what he says to the Russians. I mean, he's the president of the United States. If he wants to say that, if Barack Obama wants to say whatever, if George Bush says, I looked in his eyes
and thought he was... If he took a dump on his desk, you would defend it.
Say it. What?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he would do that you would not defend. I mean, you're.
He just said if President Trump took a dump on this guy's desk, that this guy would defend it. Oh, Anderson, always having men's rectums on your mind. Speaking of colluding with the Russians, remember when Barack Obama was caught on a hot mic talking with the then Russian President Medvedev when he said this?
My last election, yeah. After my election, I have more flexibility. Yeah, I understand. I transmit this information to Vladimir and understand what
I transmit this information to Vladimir, and I understand what you're saying. For those who don't understand what Obama was saying, by him telling Medvedev that he'll have, quote, more flexibility after his election, he meant that he wants to do certain things, but he can't do them because it'll cost him votes. But once he gets in, this was for his second term, that he'll be a lame duck and he won't have to worry about getting reelected again, and then he'll be able to do whatever the hell he wants. Meanwhile, civil liberties attorney Alan Dershowitz, who voted for Hillary Clinton and who does not support President Trump, is triggering the clowns at CNN by saying that there is no crime here, and even if there was collusion, that's still not a crime either. In fact, the only thing that would be a crime is if we were in the Twilight Zone, because that's the only place that something like this would happen, is if a member of the Trump campaign staff asked or ordered or commissioned the Russians to interfere in the election. Then that would be a crime. But 6 months after the election, and countless leaks coming from the deep state still haven't revealed a shred of evidence of any collusion whatsoever, let alone any crimes. I'm Mark Dice, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new and check back here every day for new reports, and we'll continue to debunk this absolute idiocy and have a good laugh at these liberal lunatics, so stay tuned, and I'll see you soon.